Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is the day I'm getting ready for my first party princess as Belle, which as everyone knows is my all-time favorite princess. So I'm really looking forward to getting ready as her today, but I wanted to take you along with me as to some of the makeup bits that I do to get ready, and I will be vlogging a little bit afterwards. And I also wanted to just kind of talk about my experience being a party princess so far, how much fun it is, and answer any questions that people might have about being a party princess. So the first thing, of course, we're going to want to do with makeup is our primer. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and it's matte, which is very important because, like I said, the number one thing that you want to make sure is that your skin is nice and matte for all those beautiful pictures you're going to be taking with all the kids. And then I'm also going to dot a little bit on my fingertip, that should be enough I think, and put it on my eyes because that is the first thing we're going to look at for Belle's makeup. It should be nice and matte. Then we're going to go in with the Color Tattoo Maybelline in the color Golden Girl. I'm going to put that all over the lid. So today's party is for two little girls turning 3 and 4. So that'll be very exciting. I feel like with that age, I would hope they'd be old enough to kind of understand what's going on, because sometimes it's hard with the younger kids because they're so young and it's really hard to interact with them as a princess. So I'm hoping this is a good age group. There's going to be like 12 kids there too, and it's all outdoors, so I think it should be good. Next, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline New York Lemon Crave. It has some gorgeous shades in here that I just love to use. First thing, I'm going to go in with the crease with Sweet Tea, put some dimension in there. I always just close my eyes for this too. I feel like it makes it a lot easier. I think the first question people are probably going to have is how I became a party princess. Honestly, it was by luck. I feel like my life's been so lucky and God has just blessed me with so many amazing opportunities. But my friend Carly, who actually, I know I've talked about Spinnaker a bunch when I went to college, we met there and we were more alike than anything. It's funny saying we have the same birthdays and everything, but she's just an absolute sweetheart. And she messaged me one day saying that there was an opening at her work and that they were looking for princesses, and then she thought that I'd be a perfect fit for it. So I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds really fun. So I then reached out to my now boss and I set up an audition, which I know I vlogged that week, so that was just by coincidence. That was really funny. But I went into the audition and I didn't actually really have to audition. I went in, we did like a little interview and I kind of talked about myself, and they ask you questions like who's your favorite Disney princess and which princesses, you know, would you want to be, would you like to dress up as? Also, I'm going in with the color Old Fashioned now. It's a dark brown color and I'm going to just put it right here in the corners of my eyes. Basically went in, he asked me a couple questions and he was like, okay, great, you got the job, let's start boot camp. So I had my training the day that I went in for my interview, which was amazing. That was just, I was so lucky with that. But yeah, so I went in, did the interview, obviously went really well. And then I did boot camp, which basically I just had to watch a series of videos. I took a bunch of notes on it, and I looked over everything, and basically tells you how to interact with the kids, how to answer any questions they might have, like obviously the obvious ones like how did you get here? Basically all the questions that kids ask to see if you're actually that princess or not. So it kind of just trains you in that way on how to interact with kids, and also the very specific format that we have to follow when we do parties. When we do meet and greets at like churches and big events and stuff, it doesn't really matter that much. Ooh, it's popping. Sorry. I really like how that turned out. Okay. When we do like meet and greets and stuff and things like that. We don't really have a routine. We just say hi to as many kids as we can because it's a meet and greet. Also, I'm going in right now with Main Squeeze, and it's just a bunch of glitter, so I'm just going to top it off. With meet and greets, there's no real format. When it's an actual party that you're attending, we have a very strict format that we have to follow. So I'm gonna leave the eyes like that for now. I'll probably go back in a little bit later. Now we're going to go into the face makeup, which is always super fun. Stay hydrated. And now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte again. The more matte we can get, the better, because we don't want to be looking all oily and glossy in our photos. Usually with the foundation, we have to apply a pretty thick layer to cover up any blemishes and just to make sure everything's kind of evened out. That's that. I think since I've started it, I started in, I'm trying to think now, I started in 2019. I've done, I think, about 7 or 8 parties. Well, all together. That's a combination. I've mainly done meet and greets. Not this past Christmas, but the one before that. There were these events at churches that they would show different Christmas movies. And I think it was first a Christian church, I believe. And I basically went to a different location for that church every week. And I was a different princess every week too. And I would just meet all the children and do a little meet and greets with them. So that was really fun. So princesses I've done so far, I've done 3. I've done Belle, of course, Cinderella, and Snow White. I've been considered for Elsa and Ariel, but on those times they had to add in more characters, and so they put me back with Belle because they believe that's my best character, which I wouldn't blame them because I do love her. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. I use the Maybelline Age Instant Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer because it is very good. It makes you look very young and innocent, which obviously is the look we are going for as a character, specifically a Disney princess. Now we're gonna blend all of that in. All right, and then to top all of that off, I'm going to go ahead and use my powder. So this is the L'Oreal Hydra Perfecting Loose Powder. Nice and loose, nothing too heavy. We do a couple other characters that like aren't princesses. I feel like if I could be another Disney character that isn't a princess, if I were to do another party event, I'd really want to be either Princess Leia from Star Wars or Meg from Hercules. Or Rey, I think, but I like Princess Leia a lot more than Rey. Although speaking of Star Wars, I've been watching Mandalorian Season 2. Can we just talk about Ahsoka? Like, she's amazing. I loved her in Clone Wars. Actually, funny enough, my friend's aunt is the voice actress for Ahsoka. So I think that's really cool. I also like Ahsoka too, but that would be way harder to try and get her stuff ready for it. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl True Blend High Pigment Bronzer. The more high pigment you can get in products, the better, because it shows really well. I'm trying to open this. And I also feel like it makes you look more like a character, or if you're trying to change your appearance to look like someone, especially for cosplays or anything. I feel like bronzer always helps a lot, so. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna go in is with the CoverGirl Peach Punch Blush, and it's also peach scented too, which is kind of cool. So the other thing I have to do is brows. I'm not gonna be able to do that on camera. I'll have to go to my mirror and get them done. But I use the L'Oreal Paris in the shade 215 Deep Brunette because I am a deep brunette. So there you go. I'm gonna go do that now. Something that I also did off camera was I put my eyeliner on, and I used the Almay Intense Liquid Liner. I just find it a lot easier just to, you know, just kind of streaks on nice and easy like that. So I did it on my top lid, of course, did a little wing, and then I brought the wing down to the like little corners of my eyes because it kind of like makes your eyes pop and it makes you look a little bit more animated. Yes. And then there's also a couple other things that I'm going to go in with later, like lipstick and mascara, but I always like to put those on after I have the dress on because I'd be afraid of mascara or bright red lipstick getting all over the dress as I'm putting it on. So I always kind of do those last as I'm headed out the door so that I can avoid it messing up the dress anyway. But for now, I am going to just finish it off using the Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh Spray. Again, the more matte it's photo ready, it gets you ready for all those pictures, so. Alright, so this is the look we got going for now. It is very, very early, so I think I'm just going to practice some of the things I have to get ready for the party, and then I'll come back and finish all of this up. So does anybody know my story? Oh. So what are the 3 magical words that every story starts with? That's right, once upon a time. So once upon a time, it is time. We are going to put on the dress. I'm getting kind of emotional. I'm like so excited right now. Look at Princess Belle. Look at me. I am a princess now. So this next part, it's probably gonna be the most interesting part, is me trying to get into my car. Alright, so you get all the enjoyment of this being on camera. Me trying to figure out how to drive. I always leave a little bit early because this is literally like the part that I just... I think that's my alarm saying that I need to go, which is perfect because I'm already in the car. I am early, which is, I mean, I'm earlier than early. That was for me getting there like a little early, so okay. I can see my feet. Good sign. Let's get the seatbelt in. Safety first. Okay, oh my goodness. Doesn't the red lip just throw it all together? I think it does. I was so worried because it's been so cold recently. Like yesterday in the morning was like 40 degrees, but it's like beautiful weather, which is fantastic. And like the sun is out. It's just a wonderful day. So I need to pull up the address real quick. I might have actually already looked it up. Let's see here. Okay, I am here at the party. I'm just waiting for my friend who is playing Sleeping Beauty with me today. Once she gets here, we will walk over and we will have a wonderful party. Okay, and just like that, our party is done, and so is the end of this video. It's now here. So I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do let me know. I'm hoping now with the new year, more parties will come up and I'll be able to get to do more of this. But I hope you all have a magical, wonderful day, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye!